shooting in the Grays Ferry section of Philadelphia. This shooting, just one incident over a very violent weekend in the city. Action News reporter Jessica Cartalia is live with more. And Jessica, you have new video showing the terrifying moments multiple people opened fire.
Now, Sarah, that video is incredibly difficult to watch. It's just hard to fathom that something like that could happen. Meanwhile, many of the victims of that shooting were brought here to Penn Presbyterian Hospital, where they are still being treated. Ring camera footage is now part of a police investigation into a gunfight early this morning in Grays Ferry. Hazardous waste crews scrub blood from the sidewalk just hours after that mass shooting.
There is a lot of video circulating online. It's pretty much a horrific scene.
Police say a gunfight erupted just before 1 o'clock this morning on the 1500 block of South Edding Street in Grays Ferry. After making several arrests over the weekend, police were monitoring reports of large gatherings and loud music. They were in the process of responding to a nearby call when they heard the gunfire. When they arrived on scene, they found a dozen shooting victims ranging in age from 15 to 24.
Almost 140 pieces of ballistic evidence has been recovered. We definitely believe, based on our observation, a gun with a switch was involved.
There was so much evidence at the scene, in addition to yellow markers.
Know that I need something in my stomach.
No favor, right? No favor, then.
You give me some food, I eat that dick up.
Jeremiah 2:19-21, thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord, power of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers that is pushing his word in the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariyah coming at you with another lesson here. And I'll probably entitle this lesson, Niggas and Hoes are going to be judged severely and harshly by the Lord. And they are. I mean, look at their works, man. This is normal activities for them. You know, in that shootout that was on the news, you know, some 24-year-old kid, you know, that's in, you know, he's in a wheelchair, you know, confined to a wheelchair, got shot in the midst of all of that. Now, we all know that's judgment from the Lord. But at the end of the day, this is the dumb shit that these niggas do out here, man. These young niggas too, man. This is why I pray that the Lord puts the spirit on Trump to draft all of these young niggas that like to walk around carrying guns, you know, having shootouts in broad day, having shootouts in front of, you know, a large crowd and all that, not caring who they hit. I pray that they are sent, you know, to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man, which is in the Middle East, you know, the Armageddon, you know, even though the real destruction is going to be here in Babylon the Great. But as you know, everyone that is sent over there when the World War III officially starts, even though it started long ago, but it just hasn't been made official yet. I pray that they're sent over there, man. Okay, them and these chicks that like to twerk and, you know, do all of this nonsense out here in these streets, walking around half naked, twerking on top of cars and, you know, people's cars that they paid for and worked hard for, you know, leaving scuff marks from their Jordans. You know, I pray all of them get sent into the army to fight, man. You know, but if not, they will definitely meet their demise here in Babylon the Great by famine, by pestilence, or by the sword. Let's get the book of Ezekiel 22. And I'll start at 19. It really just gets real irksome to continue to see, you know, 2/3 act the way they do out here, man. It's real irksome to see that. For me, anyway. You know, I witness it every time I step outside my door, and it just gets real tiring, man. It really does. We'll read 19 through 22. And it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore, I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin in the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, have poured out my fury upon you." Okay, the Lord is about to pour out that fury upon 2/3 of Israel. And they ain't our people, man. They not. They're totally in a Gentile state of mind. And there's really no way out for them unless the Lord chooses to awaken some of them in that 11th hour, okay, before that destruction comes. But for most of them, there's no coming back or no turning back from the things that they're into and the things that they're doing out here in this world, man. It's pretty much over for them. You know, a large number of them will be in the midst of this fire that's being spoken of here, man. You know, this, what does the scripture say? Their faces shall be as flames, Isaiah 13. All right, I'll get that too. But yeah, this is why we don't deal with 2/3. You know, a lot of people will say, you know, those are our people. We need to pray for them. We need to, you know, nah. Jeremiah 7:16 says, pretty much, therefore pray not thou for this people. Okay, neither lift up a cry nor a prayer for them, and neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Okay, these are words of the Lord. The Lord is not trying to hear any prayers being put up for these wicked ass 2/3 at all, man. And you see they works. You know, brothers bring out videos of wicked 2/3 every day, man. Most notably for me, brother Yahweh 3.0. He brings videos out about wicked ass, and subscribe to his channel as well. He brings out videos of these wicked ass jakes pretty much every day, man. Okay? And it's tiring and it's irksome, man. You know, to continue to keep looking at the works of the 2/3, man. You know, especially Judah, man. They the wickedest out of all. Okay? Definitely the wickedest out of all. And in all of those videos, that was Judah. okay, which is the head tribe. So it's only right that they do the most wickedness. And it's only right that they get the biggest fraction of the punishment when it comes. Let's get all right, let's get Jared. Let's just get Isaiah. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13, and I'll read 6 through 9. Right? And it says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand." Okay, and the day of the Lord is coming, man. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Okay? And doesn't Amos 9 and 10 say, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword? All right? So these are, these are sinners, man. These women out here just talking about she'll eat the man right up for some food, man. Okay? Which is how it's gonna be when Isaiah 4 and 1 come to pass and this society breaks down. Women are definitely going to be, on that type of time, man. All right? And a lot of those will probably be the women that be rejected in that day as well, okay? Yeah, a lot of women are going to be on that type of time just to try and survive, man. And, mainly, the men you see out here, or the young boys having shootouts out here in the street and all that are going to be the main ones that are afraid. Because at the end of the day, they cowards, man. Okay? A gun is a coward's weapon. That means you scared to get up close and personal. That means you rather, take someone out from far away. To me, that was always a coward way of handling a situation that you may find yourself in, is going and grabbing a gun. Okay? These dudes ain't got no hands and they ain't got no heart. And straight up cowards, man. And it's not about being a tough guy or anything like that. But that's the least manly thing, to me anyway, that you can do out here in this world, is go pick up a gun to solve a problem. Okay? Let's get and they're gonna pay for it, man. They definitely gonna pay for it. Let's get Isaiah 34, and I'll read 8 through 10. They definitely gonna pay for it, man. I'm pretty sure we've all lost someone close to us through gun violence. I know I have. More than a couple. And it says, "And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch." Okay, let's start at 8. "For it is the day of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance, in the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone. And the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation to generation, and shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever." And this, of course, is speaking of the destruction of America. But you 2/3 will be in the midst of it, burning in brimstone, man, which is pretty much solidified sulfur. All right? That's what you find in volcanoes, man. Showing you how hot that fire is going to be, man. Knowing therefore the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. Okay? But most of these 2/3 are unpersuadable. All right? They're going to die a grievous death, man. And brimstone is sulfur in the solidified state. Okay? To burn. Right? That's what y'all going to do. Y'all going to burn, man. Okay? And it says sulfur, a non-metallic elemental substance abundant in volcanic regions. Okay? So So yeah, it's gonna be hot. It's all them missiles coming over here, man. You know, to be left in the midst of all that when they all touch down. I mean, that's very scary to us. You know, these 2/3 don't really pay attention to it because they don't think it's gonna happen. But when it does, you know, what's gonna happen is what I read in Isaiah the 13th chapter. They shall be amazed. They will look upon one another. Their faces shall be as flames. They're going to be looking at each other on fire. And who knows how long the Lord is going to keep them alive to feel that fire, man. Okay? Let's get 2 Peter 3 and 10. Second Peter 3 and 10. And it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Speaking about those missiles touching down here in Babylon the Great, that's the great noise. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein, right? The works is what I've just showed you in those videos, okay? Those works are worthy to be burned up. All the works that are therein shall be burned up, man, okay? So it says the elements shall melt with fervent heat, okay? Elements, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, showing no escape from it, man. You know, wherever there's oxygen, there will be a human somewhere, okay? Breathing, okay? So even if they're in them bunkers over here in Babylon the Great, that fire is going to reach wherever they are. There will be no escaping this fire. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, man. Okay? You know, sodium, aluminum. I mean, we've all used aluminum. Put the oven on 500, man. You know, 500 is hot. That'll heat up your whole house. You'll be hot. It feel like Haiti in your house. But nothing happens to that aluminum, man. It doesn't burn up, you know. I mean, if you put it on straight fire for a long time, it will burn up. But just, you know, just heat around it without fire, it doesn't melt or anything like that, man. Okay, that just shows you how hot this fire is going to be. It's going to melt aluminum. Okay, we already went through sulfur, you know, and many other elements. It's 118. I ain't gonna go through all of them. But yeah, just to show you how hot it's gonna be, man, on the day of the Lord, how dark it's gonna be. You know, how much anguish and screaming, okay? There's gonna be so much screaming and weeping and gnashing of teeth, man, on that day. And you know, I'm thankful that I'm afraid. I don't want no parts of that, man. But these 2/3, man, the Lord has blinded them, man. This is why they continue to do the things that we see them do every day, day in and day out, like it's nothing. But just, you know, rest assured that they are going to pay for their actions, man. The Lord is going to make them pay. So, you know, I just want to do this quick lesson because I'm sick of these 2/3, man. I don't care about them. I don't care what happens to them. No sob stories. It really does not matter. You know, whatever happens to whoever it happens to, you fucking deserved it, man. And that's the type of time I'm on right now. You know, I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm just tired of this place, man. And the fact that we got to, you know, we sit in the midst of all of this every day and not be, for a lack of better words, swallowed up by it, is a beautiful thing because it's only strengthening us, man. And it's only bringing us closer to the Lord, man. So I just wanted to do this quick lesson on these heathenistic Israelites out here. Okay, these Gentile-minded Israelites out here that are definitely going to burn in the fire that's coming. Shalom.